That used to be the name of a song in the prom. Did you know that?
Broadway royalty.
Got cut.
Yeah,
Continue.
in a scene that took place at Bar Centrale, right after your star turn as Mama Fatale in Goonies the Musical was the original setup.
It's been a journey. Speaking of another word, prom has been a journey.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh Lamon.
Hi, and you know what else has been a journey is like getting to know you over the years. I got to be on Broadway with her in Elf, and I've always thought of you as just like you're like a Judy Garland.
Oh.
Nobody can do what you do.
Thank you.
And it's something
Such
that
a
you
compliment.
can't teach. You just do it or you don't. And what's insane to me, but also like really shows me about who you are, is that you went to school to be a social worker originally.
Yeah.
That's
Ridiculous. No,
It's
no,
not
it's really
ridiculous.
that skill, social work counseling, has come in handy as an actor in life. Where I chose to go to school, because I wasn't sure what I was doing with my life, they didn't have a theater major, so I had a theater minor, and I looked at my credits, and it was like, oh, look, I have so many hours in social work counseling. That's going to be my major.
Yeah.
But that's where my passion for theater, my curiosity for theater was born.
Well, speaking for myself and also, speaking for everybody at our theater, like, whenever I work with you, you bring this energy like everybody's dream parent or dream guardian, like angel, where you really nurture everyone. You don't judge anyone. You are there with kindness at all times.
But you know what? I'm a firm believer in everything kind of drips down from the top. So you kind of set the energy of the room, which is
Yeah.
already set with our creative team. But yeah, it's a wonderful responsibility that I love bringing into a room.
Well, even just like meeting your family and your beautiful kids, and like when we all went out for your birthday, and I remember just talking to your son, and finally I was just like, you have the most extraordinary mother in the world. And he was like, I know. Like,
You made me cry.
it's special, and you do special
Yeah,
things,
I
and you're a
know.
new mommy too, because you just adopted a kitty. Tell me
Yes.
the kitten's name.
Malcolm,
Oh my gosh, named after Malcolm Getz.
or Malcolm X Boulevard, where he was found.
There you go.
Or Malcolm Getz, or Malcolm in the Middle. There's many
Malcolm
Malcolm.
Getz was also found on Malcolm X Boulevard.
Oh, the coincidence.
Yeah, James Lapine was looking for a fix, and he saw him and said, "You got what it takes."
We love him.
Your Broadway debut was 42nd Street. Where were you when you got the phone call?
Well, what happened was I had moved to New York and I auditioned for the national tour. So I was in the national tour for about 8 months, and the role I was playing on tour, Anytime Annie, opened up on Broadway, and they asked would I like to come in and make my Broadway debut. And I burst into tears. I was in Boston, and I said yes. And then I was there on stage.
How soon was it that you had to come to New York?
About the next month, so I told everybody goodbye, and I think 42nd Street had been running maybe two or 3 years. I get it all
Yeah.
confused because I'm old and I remember things.
Older, not old.
That's a line in the show. Old. Someone actually said something to me about that line last night. How much it meant to them to hear that I'm getting older, not old,
Yeah.
just older.
Well, it's
I
important,
thought-
and that's one of my favorite lines that you say, and
Me
I think
too.
it's an important thing, especially for women to hear.
I agree.
And in our industry, which is so ageist anyway.
Absolutely.
Now, did your family, was Broadway like a thing to them? Did they really get what you were doing?
No, they had no idea what it was. I never saw a musical or anything until a bus trip from North Carolina with my college, and that's the first musical I ever really saw.
So what
Except
was-
I saw something at high school, and then I did something at high school, but I
Yeah.
don't know where this came from at all.
Well, then what was it like when your parents saw you in 42nd Street for the first time?
Once I got on Broadway or a national tour, I think they were relieved that A, I was making money, and B, that they didn't worry about me getting through that phase,
Yeah.
that actually I was being successful in something. So they were proud. for the longest time, they kept waiting for me to get over it, you know.
Sure.
Really
Go back
have a
to
normal
social
job.
work.
Go back, no, not even that, but something, or just be a mom, you know.
Yeah.
Just be normal.
Sure.
But they changed their mind, particularly when I won the Tony Award, that Drowsy Chaperone. They were huge fans of Drowsy Chaperone.
Which, by the way, I did watch a clip of you
Oh,
in
Lord.
the show singing, oh God, what was that big song? You took out like a screen and blocked.
As we stumble
Stumble along.
Yeah.
I watched it last night in my car home, and it was it's just extraordinary.
Thank
what
you.
you do. You then got to star in the revival of 42nd Street.
Yes, how weird is that?
That's incredible.
I wonder how many people have done that. I mean, not in the same role, but I was like the Anytime Annie dancing role, and then I have enough wisdom that now I was the Dorothy Brock role in the revival, the older role. I love that.
It's amazing.
I knew the show really well.
Yeah.
And I had so many Dorothy Brocks in my head that I had the privilege of watching.
Yeah.
So I stole from them liberally.
Yeah, sure.
With great love.
Well, where does your comedy come from? Do you come from a funny family?
They had sense of humor. They weren't funny, except I would watch my father around work. He worked for Coca-Cola Company for a long time, and then when he retired, he worked for the WRAL, which was the ABC affiliate in Raleigh, and he sold commercials. It was kind of like Mad Men.
Yeah.
And I would watch him at work, and he was funny.
Oh.
But he wasn't really funny at home because he was so tired, bless his heart.
Yeah.
But I would watch him, so I think some of that DNA is in there.
Sure.
He's had a sharp wit, and my mother was, had a sense of humor.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like walk, 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 that kind of funny.
You are yet again starring in a Broadway show.
How about that?
How?
I am so lucky. And in this one, and in this role that means so much to me, I just am really, really feeling lucky.
It means
I love
so
this show.
much to me. I get to be with you. I get to watch you every day and learn from you. And I mean, New York is the lucky one. We live in an interesting era right now
Yes,
for
we
Broadway, where so much of it is very much corporate theater, or you have these mega entities, the big movie titles, big Hollywood star coming in for a couple of months, but you are what we have for Broadway royalty, literally. And so just to get to see you shine on stage, it's classic, it's iconic, and it's extraordinary.
Thank you.
I know that you're probably getting a Sardi's portrait at some point soon, but I think my cartoons are better.
I love you have so many gifts.
I'm very gifted. I love cats. I love holding cats. I love crying into cats' fur. I love singing songs from Miss Saigon to my cats, which is really telling.
Josh and I begin the show every night behind the curtain, doing vocal warm-ups and misbehaving, and then I make this week. It's who's with us? Juice and Josh and I are in a little triangle, and when the curtain goes up, I make him give an improv as to who Juice is in that particular night. It's very entertaining. It prepares us as an actor, and then we go. Yeah,
and your new Sardi's portrait! Hey. That's you. This is you on the risers and not about me. And that's your Tony Award. And will you sign that, please, for Sardi's?
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I don't know you.
Oh, thank you.
Now you're up on the Sardi's wall. Now you're really famous.
Thank you.
Now you have a new friend. I love you so much. Thanks for being my friend.